Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus AEW Fyter Fest Night 1 2021. Otherwise known as Dynamite. We're in Texas. And the show was a very good one. When AEW does these Dynamites that really feel like kind of bigger shows, they tend to come through in very effective fashion. A lot gets done in 2 hours. And what can I say? Very effective. That main event, really, really great. At the same time, it feels like they didn't give up the farm, that they just advanced a lot. It was a nice card where I think a third of the things were ended, a third of the things were continued, and a third of the things were new. And that's, to me, always an ideal kind of rough formula to use for a good card. So we opened up with Moxley defending the IWGP U.S. title against Carl Anderson in a good match. I thought it was, and again, if AEW can get knocked for something, it says they do the same tropes repeatedly. And the trope of the night was guys brawl who aren't involved in the match so as the match can take place. We did this in the first match, we did this in the main event, and then you can argue that it was done at least one other time as well. So those are the little things about AEW that aggravate me, but overall, I mean, certainly nobody was sad to see Eddie Kingston take out Doc Gallows, so that way we could have a match between Moxley and Carl Anderson. The match was good. Moxley wins with the paradigm shift. After that match, they run down the card. They had a promo with Lance Archer and Jake. Basically, Lance Archer saying, "Hey, Moxley, you beat me for that title a year and a half ago. Why don't we have a Texas death match next week?" Ah, cool. And after the commercial break, we're going to have the FTW match between the champion, who is Brian Cage, who has really defended that thing, against Ricky Starks in sort of an inter-Team Taz rivalry. When we come back from the break, we have Alex, the guy who's the spokesperson for Penta, not Alex Marvez, talking to Andrade, who kind of shows the symbol of the Death Triangle and then calls them out. Really cool spot. It feels like Andrade is finally kind of given a direction that the crowd seemed to really go for. And of course, having a packed live crowd there going nuts for everything just made everything better. There's just no way around that. Match number 2, Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. They fight through the commercial break. It's a very, very good match, honestly. It gets a "this is awesome" chant. And at the end, Hook, with awesome hair, distracts the referee. Hobbs takes out Brian Cage with the belt shot. Ricky Starks hits him with the spear. So apparently Brian Cage is out of Team Taz. Ricky Starks is your FTW champion, and Team Taz seems happier than ever. We show the clips from Malachi Black taking out Arn and Cody. Cody speaks and cuts a good promo about how we don't treat our legends, 62-year-old legends, that way. Malachi cuts a promo from the back, but then the lights go out and he shows up and he and Cody brawl and they're pulled apart, and the crowd loves it. And I do too. I think it's very good. Commercial, come back. Santana and Ortiz get into a thing with Tully Blanchard where it looks like they're going to beat him up, but they don't. And they said, "Bring your boys," meaning FTR. Sounds good to me. We're setting up a lot of things for the future. So, of course, we're setting up Fyter Fest 2 next week, but also setting up a lot of things for the future. AEW does that very well. They're booking moves. They constantly set things up. It's really good. Adam Page does a promo, and right when he's going to make the official challenge to Kenny Omega, the champion, Don Callis interrupts. One of the Bucks gets into Adam Page's face. Dares Adam Page to hit him, so Adam Page does, but it all looks like a setup for Kenny Omega to take Adam Page out. But then the Dark Order show up, which is a really great moment. The long and short of it, they make a 5-on-5 elimination match between the Elite against the Dark Order and Page. And Page negotiates a title shot for himself if they win, and a tag title shot for the Dark Order, which I think is really cool. And but the Elite want something out of it, and what they'll get is the inability of Adam Page to challenge for that title any longer. At least that's what I got out of it. Again, they didn't spell it out clearly, which is another AEW thing that drives me a little crazy. Make the stipulation as clear as a bell, because it certainly seemed like they were hedging their bets. And there's something about that that blunts the effectiveness when it's not clear what the stipulation is. Jericho does a promo comparing himself to the trials of Hercules and explaining that, yes, I'm going to have to go through all these matches, but Hercules succeeded and so will I. Shawn Spears hits him with a chair to the throat, which I thought looked great. MJF basically says, next week is your first trial. You're going to take on Shawn Spears. He's going to get a chair and you're not. I don't know about stipulations that are inherently uneven. Then why don't you just make them so uneven that Jericho doesn't have a chance? You see what I'm saying? Again, I think sloppy indie style stuff there. I think, if it's like, chairs are legal, great. But to say he can use a chair and you can't, then what's the point? Why not just make the stipulation Jericho can only win if he pins and submits the guy and does it in less than 2 minutes. Otherwise, the other guy wins. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I just having an uneven set of rules seems really stupid and very WWE, honestly. But that's just my opinion. Match number 3, Matt Hardy against Christian. A good, solid match. Matt Hardy's family not at ringside for it, which I think is unusual. Christian manages to win it after a good back-and-forth match with the kill switch. But here comes Hardy family office to take him out, but the Jurassic Express, at least the 2 members that matter, show up and back Christian up. Miro with a great promo about why he's God's chosen. And then another great promo, Britt Baker cuts the best promo I've ever heard her cut. The great lines about Vicky Guerrero getting by on her last name. This line of, you're the top of the food chain, Nyla, but I'm off the menu, which got a big pop from the crowd. Britt Baker, the best female promo cutter right now and one of the tops in the game, period. I said it, and I'm sorry that I can't regret it. And then Moxley, in a promo, accepts the Texas Death Match. And I think we're going to have another 5-match night, but no, they managed to get back to 6 matches, which I think is great. Match number 4, Wheeler, Utah, with a good showing, but Sammy Guevara, this is his time to shine, and he's got the rocket on his back. Wins with the GTS in a good-looking match. Tony talks to QT, who dumps water on him because he's a jerk. Match number 5, Yuka Sakazaki against Penelope Ford. I wasn't 100% sure who was going to win this, but when Yuka hit that magical girl splash, that twisting splash and won, it did feel right. Really, really cool stuff here. Penelope Ford did look great, though, by the way. Then they have a great promo for the Rampage show, which is starting in near the end of August. Really cool stuff, really different look than Dynamite, and I think that's a smart way to go. If it's only an hour show, what they're basically promoting the show as is it's like basically a pure action kind of show, which is probably a good way to go when you have got an hour. Match number 6, our main event, Ethan Page against Darby Allin. Again, we had the trope of Sting and Scorpio Sky going at it, who weren't directly involved in the match. Pulled focus away just a little bit, but in a good way. Very clever use of undoing the turnbuckle in the bottom rope and some good stair play there. At the end of the day, Darby Allin takes a skateboard, goes off the top rope, hits Ethan Page in the back on the apron, dumping Ethan Page into that coffin, and then he closes it. But Darby, ever the showman, delivers something even bigger, does a coffin drop from the top rope all the way through the coffin to end the show. Very good Dynamite, lots of stuff advanced. Again, they gotta get out of this habit of repeating tropes because you're gonna get diminishing returns. But overall, I gotta say, a very good show, and I'm looking forward to Fyter Fest, the second week of it next week.